So I recently broke my rule about watching trailers because I knew that I couldn't go another 4 months without seeing something from the No Way Home trailer. And in watching it, I remembered exactly why I have a rule against watching trailers and why I hate them so much. So every trailer isn't created equal. Obviously. Movie trailers have a much harder time than video game or TV trailers to sell an audience on their project. For video games, all you really have to do is show off a brief example of gameplay with 1 or 2 story beats thrown in for good measure. If I don't like platformers, I'll know that I probably won't like the game if the trailer shows off platforming. Just like if I don't like fighting games, doesn't matter how clean or bumping the soundtrack in the trailer is, I'm not gonna buy it. I do like both of those things though, FYI. But there's also a bunch of examples of trailers selling a promise that they had no real desire to deliver on, or just kinda didn't show you what the game was really about. Games like Brutal Legend come to mind, where nothing about the trailers makes you think that there's gonna be even anything remotely close to an RTS in this story about metal and blood, but it's a big part of it. That's not to say that Brutal Legend is whack or even intentionally deceived people, but you still don't know what you're getting, and it's not of story importance not to tell your potential audience about it. Even games like Halo 5, whose entire marketing set it up to be this massive fight between Spartan Locke and Master Chief, which turned into a little spat where they team up 15 minutes after fighting, are guilty of this. Game trailers are usually just all CGI lies anyway, and if done right, don't do anything but let people know that the game is in development and may have a specific art style. But most of the time, they don't even do that right. I can't complain too much though, since I love things like E3 and watching game trailers with friends is a lot of fun, but game trailers, even with all their faults, still can't truly recreate the most important part of games, which is, the gameplay. Even if it's a gameplay trailer, you still can't get a good sense of how the game feels, so it feels more like an intro cutscene more than anything else. For TV shows, they have the opportunity to lay out the basic premise and main story because they have an entire season of fleshed out characters in the plot. Most of the time, they can't straight up lie about a character's motivations or who they are because they need people to keep coming back week after week, season after season. Although, I'm sure there's some that do just lie to you. Movies, on the other hand, can't really do that as they're usually only around 2 hours long and just have to sell you on a first impression to get that ticket money. Usually to do this, they do one of 3 things. Either the movie trailer has to trick the audience to conceal an upcoming twist that is integral to the plot, or the trailer is just a 3-minute summary of the entire movie, or reveal something that would have been better to experience blind. I try to avoid trailers for any movie that I am even slightly interested in because I have no idea which one of these I'm gonna get. I think this is where my problem actually lies. I just can't trust a trailer. For example, a practice that some studios and directors use is to alter scenes for the trailer, lying, or having complete scenes in the trailer that aren't in the movie, lying, but I'm conflicted. On the one hand, if the scenes are similar enough that the tone and plot aren't changed drastically, then I'm cool with the scene that's changed or altered like in the case of Infinity War. However, on the other hand, when scenes are changed with an attempt to portray a different type of movie, that is a huge problem for me. I will say though that a trailer doesn't make or break a movie, obviously. Sometimes the trailer says too much or is less informative and just fucking lies, but the movie itself is great, like in Drive's case. Everything about this trailer positions the movie to be a sort of more grounded and emotional version of the Transporter franchise. So much so that a woman filed to sue because she felt like the trailer misled her. Now, of course, this is also on the fault of the consumer because if you pay for something, you should do some type of research, but for most people, the research stops with trailers. I'm also not agreeing with that lady. I just thought that that was an important thing to bring up. I initially wrote this video as an article 2 years ago complaining about, surprise, surprise, Zack Snyder. But with spoilers, I guess, Doc Ock showing up in the No Way Home trailer, I figured it was time to update. Now, the movie isn't out yet when I'm writing this, and there's a lot that the movie can do to make his introduction in the trailer feel almost irrelevant, but I think it's still a very dangerous precedent. If you followed or even accidentally stumbled into any Spider-Man discourse over the past year, you probably already know that there are 3 cameos / full-on roles that people are really looking forward to. Now, none of the other Spider-Man or Daredevil have been fully confirmed by anyone outside of randos on the internet, but with this trailer and other information about the movie, it's pretty much just gonna happen. I don't think that Marvel would be that stupid to put them in any of the other trailers going forward since they like to put out multiple trailers for movies, which I also think is stupid, but I know it's for hype and for people to make videos like this, only they hope it's more positive. But I am afraid that they could in some way think that it's okay and then spoil something that should be a theater, or considering the current situation, home watching experience. I don't think that anyone should just be on the internet and then get smacked with seeing 3 Spidermen posted together in the movie. Imagine if they put Cap holding Mjolnir in one of the Endgame trailers. Yeah, that's a hype internet moment, but that doesn't help the movie watching experience at all. I think that trailers, of the movie variety specifically, should only give a tone and vague story elements. The BVS trailers were the best cuts of the movie, and even putting aside how much that movie bothers me, I think those types of trailers that reveal all the good parts of the movie do a disservice to the filmmakers and their vision. But I'm just a dude on the internet complaining about the potential future of a movie and an industry that I quite honestly know almost nothing about. But what I do know is that unfortunately, as much as I hate them, trailers right now do their jobs. They get people talking.
It's provocative.
The trailers didn't resort to basic attention-grabbing techniques like showing off a popular character or actor. Then most people wouldn't care or would move on as quickly as the trailer came out. I do wonder how much of these billion-dollar franchises actually need to show a trailer for a movie so far off in advance. I know there was pressure from nerds in this specific instance of this trailer, but for something more niche but still in the MCU, Eternals for example, doesn't fucking need 2 trailers. No movie does. But wait, you say as you type your 3-paragraph comment on why you specifically enjoy trailers, as if this is a spirited debate. Trailers are fun, you write fervently. I enjoy watching them multiple times over as I eagerly await insert movie here. You just don't like fun and are a hater. No wonder your channel is dead. Firstly, bitch. Secondly, that's totally fine. I get that a lot of people include trailers as part of their movie enjoying rituals. I just don't, and I hate them. So much so that I bring headphones and close my eyes before the movie starts like a fucking psycho weirdo, because if I see some shit that I don't want to see, I'm gonna have a bad time in the theater. So then what's the alternative? Fuck, I don't know. I didn't take a marketing class. But I think the issue also isn't just something that can be easily answered. My issues mainly stem from them either revealing too much, too little for games, and just straight up lying, and unless we can stop people from lying, we can't. It'll never be 100% fixed. Making short 5-minute prequels that establishes everything you need to know about the tone, who's a part of the movie, and stuff like that could solve this, but that would also require people to know that going forward, and I don't see any studio campaigning to shift what, for them, is working just fine. But if you love watching trailers, watching videos on trailers, going through them frame by frame, crafting theories on what you think the movie will be about or who it will include, that's fine. I just don't, and I think that trailers reveal way too much about things in a desperate effort to drum up hype. Still can't wait for No Way Home though.